Hello guys, welcome to Abraham Bosom. We are here on a very special and beautiful edition of our show today again. And with me is my beautiful and amiable wife, my co-anchor, and together we are going to pilot the show this day. Please sit tight and enjoy. Say hi to your
viewers. Nice to meet you again. Hope you've been fine. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to another edition of our show tonight.
Sit tight and enjoy. This day we are going to be discussing a very vital topic that is very important, very challenging, and very important in marriage and in relationship. Communication in marriage and relationship, and causes of communication in marriage and relationship. My lovely wife, what is communication? Let's use the layman language.
Communication.
Yes.
Okay. In a layman's word,
Yeah.
I try to be as
Simple as possible.
ever.
Yeah.
Communication is talking
Talking.
in relationship and in marriage. That is passing information across. And we know for an effective communication, there's usually two sides:
Okay.
the sender,
The
the
receiver.
receiver.
Okay.
So in relationship and marriage setting, communication is talking between both partners.
Okay. Communication is a life wire of every marriage and relationship. Once that wire is cut off, there is no communication.
Breaking communication.
There is break in communication. Once there is break in communication, the both sides might not be able to understand what is in each person's mind. So we're going to look at some of the causes of communication in marriage and in relationship. Reasons why some persons find it difficult to communicate to each other, to one another. Let's start with you. We're going to be talking together as we are sharing some of your point of views. I, on my own end, will be sharing some of my views. So our viewers out there could learn and also make their own contribution from the comment sections. Let's start with you.
So before we even, a lot of issues in marriages and relationship today
Okay.
is as a lot of poor communication.
The audible so they can hear you
I
better.
said a lot of issues in marriages today and relationship started as a result of poor communication. Lots of breakup today, in fact, it's as a result of poor communication. And just like you said, there are so many causes of poor communication. First of all, if you ask me, I'll say trust issues and insecurity.
Trust issue and insecurity. Okay.
A lot of people find it difficult to open up because they don't want to be judged. Like,
Or condemned.
yes, they don't want to be condemned, they don't want to be judged, so they tend to hide things. They find it difficult to open up to people because they don't trust their partner enough, or they don't trust people around them enough to be able to open up freely. Especially, I would say, some of the male folks, they don't like to open up. Yes, they don't like to open up. They just feel they might be condemned or looked down on, which affects your level of communication and relationship with your partner. Let's say in a relationship, being in a relationship with someone that doesn't open up, you may not enjoy that relationship totally. Just like being with your partner, your spouse in the house. 2 days, 3 days, 1 year, and so on. He doesn't open up to you. You don't know his mind, you don't know his activities, you don't know what's going on in his thoughts. So that can affect the level of communication and also our relationship.
Okay.
Alright.
Thank you so much. She has made justice to, he said,
Insecurity and trust
insecurity and trust issues
affects communication.
affect communication greatly in marriage and relationship. Well, let me talk on intellectual compatibility. You are educated, I'm not educated. Our level of reasoning might not be the same. The level at which I might communicate certain things to you might be so provoking and annoying to you. When I say some things, you feel as if maybe I'm downgrading you or looking down on me because I'm not educated. I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Intellectual compatibility is very, very important. It aids in making communication very easy in marriage and relationship. If we reason alike, we think alike, we bond easily, we flow easily, we have a whole lot of things to talk about. But if my level of reasoning is higher than yours, it's going to be very difficult for us to blend as couples. And in marriage and in relationship, what do you do most? Talk,
Gist.
and talk. You gist, you gossip, and all of that. That's just the fun of it all. Sure, the highest thing that takes more time in relationship is what? Communication. Once communication is cut off, once communication is affected in that relationship, in that marriage, in that home, you can't blend the way you ought to. You can't flow the way you ought to. The bond will not be there. I hope I've communicated. Let's go back to you. The next point, another causes of poor communication in marriage and relationship.
Another cause of poor communication could also be upbringing, our level of upbringing.
Okay.
We all know, like, relationship and marriages between two adults, people who were brought up differently from different environments,
different background, different beliefs,
Yes.
different parental ideologies.
And there's some people that they grew up alone, having nobody to talk to.
Some were abused.
Yes, as a child.
Some were brought up by
Yes.
single parents. Some were brought up by step parents.
Exactly. So when you are in a relationship with someone like that, who growing up had nobody to talk to, didn't get enough love, it might be easy to communicate with such person in relationship.
Might not be easy.
It might not be easy to communicate with such person in a relationship. You need to put in conscious effort to try to soften the heart of such persons. Some people they are hard-hearted because of the way they were brought up. So that one alone is a factor that affects some people in relationship. It's not like they don't want to talk to you, they don't feel like it, but they are not used to it. It's not
That's the way
thing.
they were wired. That's the way they have
Yes.
conditioned their mind
It's not
from
their thing.
us.
They grew up alone in an environment, a sad place, and stuff like that. So if you are in a relationship with such person, you need so much love. You need to pamper such a person. Show them so much love.
It's going to
soften
take a
their
whole lot
hearts.
of time, conscious
Yes,
effort, sacrifice to mold that person to become the kind of partner you desire and you want. Takes patience and time and prayers. Then another aspect I'm going to talk about is interests, like minds. If my wife does not have interest in most of the things I do or the things I love so much, at the close of the day when I'm back from work, we might have nothing to talk about. Let's say, for instance, I love listening to politics, news about politics so much, and she too, she's very versatile and knowledgeable about that. When I go through my phone and I see any of the flash or headline, I see my wife look at, we begin to talk about it. Most of the things I do, she have interest in them. At the close of the day, my husband, how was your day? Communication has begun. We could talk for like hours. They like minds. So if you think alike, and you discuss a lot of things in common, it makes communication very easy in your relationship and in your home. So if you are considering marrying someone, put that factor into serious consideration. And if already you are married and you discover that you are finding it difficult to communicate in marriage, begin to think about your spouse, those things that he or she has so much interest and passion for. Begin to like those things. Begin to encourage, begin to make studies and research on those things, so that whenever he or she comes back home, there should be things that you should discuss about. I hope we are making sense. Over to you, madam.
So another factor that could lead to poor communication is an inability to listen.
Inability to listen to each other, to
And this
advise,
goes
correction.
to everyone in relationship, both male and female, husband and wife. You just have to develop the ability to listen to your partner.
Okay.
And when we mean listen, we mean like listen absolutely. Listen to even the tiniest details. There's sometimes your partner is disgusted or angry with you. They don't even get to say it. Their body language can just communicate to you. And
which means you have to be very
observant and very, very, yes, you need to be very observant and sensitive to your partner in a relationship and marriage as well. Because if you don't listen, you don't get to understand the plight of your partner. There are some people that don't come out openly to tell you this is what I'm going through. But if you're a good partner, you should notice when your partner have an issue or when something is bothering your partner. Yes. So you need to be very, very observant and you need to listen. And whenever you are having a heated conversation, because those moments must definitely come, moments of argument, heated conversation, you just try to listen while your partner is talking so that the whole thing does not get overboard. When your partner is pouring out their mind, you listen. When they are done talking, you can say your mind. Do not always feel that you are right. Because the moment you begin to feel that you are right, I should say my mind, I should air my view, do not cut me short when I'm talking, unnecessary tension just begin to arise. So for there to be effective communication, they have to be the sender and the receiver. One person has to be talking while the other person listen for there to be an effective communication in marriage. And
when both parties are talking and nobody is listening, guys, that's not communication. Yes. That's not communication. Another aspect or causes of poor communication in marriage and relationship is too much screen time. You spend so much time on the television screen, watching Telemundo, Z-World, football matches. Spend so much time on your phone, on your iPad, on your laptop. The time you are going to use to communicate with your partner once you are back from home, or your leisure time, so you can bond together with your wife and your children, you are on screen, is a factor. Social media, in a way, is affecting communication in marriage and relationship. Let's try to limit the time we spend on the screen, the time we spend on our cell phones, the time we spend on social media, and give our family, our partner and our wife and our children little other time, because it's very important to us. They are very important to us. What to you, madam? The last point, because we've spent so much time talking already.
Actually, this topic is one that we cannot exhaust.
It's inexhaustible.
In a short period
it's
of time.
Inexhaustible.
But I just hope with these few points are making sense to you. Then lastly for me, I would say one factor that causes poor communication is assumption. Walking and loving your partner based on assumption.
You are not sure of the exact feelings, the exact thought and
that's the
emotions.
Strong pillar of relationship and marriage. Let's say for instance, you just assume
she loves you.
She loves you.
You assume you are in a relationship, whereas you are not.
You assume she likes flower. You assume she likes teddy bear. Stuff like that, you don't assume.
Assumption.
There's always need for clarity.
Assumption is a silent killer of marriage and relationship.
There's always need for clarity. Be sure.
Define
your terms clearly. Define your terms clearly. Personally, I hate assumption. Personally, don't assume.
If you are a single person and because he buys you recharge cards, data, gives you money, you assume you are in a relationship with him, whereas define it from the onset. Be sure and hear from the horse's mouth, so that tomorrow you hear that he's getting married to Mrs. A or B, you don't feel bad, you don't feel broken after all I have done, after all the time and energy I have invested into that relationship. No, be very sure. Don't work based on assumption.
Then also there's need for personally examining your state of relationship and you do it personally. This person, what level are we? This, that, clear those things.
The foundation level, the roofing level, the window level, the lintel level.
So there's need to
some persons will build from the foundation to the lintel level, another person will come and roof it and take it away.
So you don't end up building castle in the air. Always clear in your mind, ask yourself questions to get clarity.
Yeah.
And when you don't get enough clarity, you talk to your partner about it. You don't work based on assumption. Your husband or partner might be quiet. It doesn't mean he's angry. It doesn't mean she's angry.
Okay, not talking about me.
No, I'm not talking about you. So you don't assume a lot of things in marriage, so that you don't breach your level of communication. If the person says I'm not hungry, it doesn't mean the person is angry. It could be he's not actually hungry, she's not hungry. And even if the person is angry, you might not even be the cause of the anger. So that's why there's need to talk about everything in details. Everything. Just talk about everything. Don't assume at all. At any level, don't assume in relationship.
Then to wrap up this session, I'm going to talk about another vital and big factor that affects or causes poor communication or problem or breach in communication in marriage and relationship. Not knowing your partner's love language. I'm an Itodo man and I'm getting married to an Igbo lady. If I speak Idoma to her, she doesn't understand Idoma, I'm not communicating to her. And I might not get the necessary answers I needed from her. But if I must communicate to her, must communicate in a language that she will understand, I might be forced to learn Igbo or she'll be forced to learn Idoma, which is the sacrifice involved in marriage and relationship. If her love language is, what's the love language?
Affluent.
Which is the paramount, the biggest of it all. She buy her stuff, buy her gifts. If since her love language is gifts, and the more I buy gifts for her, the more happier she becomes. The more I buy gifts for her, the more we communicate more. It's very possible that once I make her angry or offend her, and I want to restore better communication level, what do? Just go and buy a gift for her, and that settles it. So it's very important as a man or as a woman, either in marriage or in relationship, try to know your partner's love language. It's going to go a long way to ease a lot of things in that marriage and to help you to bond very well. I'm sure and I'm very convinced that somebody is blessed out there with our communication, with our topic of discussion today on communication in marriage and relationship. What do you have to say to the viewers out there?
Okay, so what I will have to say is, what level is your communication? What level are you operating? Are you communicating effectively with your partner, with your spouse? If not, what is stopping you? Work on your level of communication so that you can have an enjoyable relationship and marriage.
Then for the singles out there, what level are you operating your relationship right now? Are you still on the foundation level, the window level, the lintel level, or about to roof? If you're on the lintel level, it's a very dangerous level. If care is not taken, someone else might come and roof it for you and go with your consignment. I pray that's not going to be your portion. Be very considerate. Take everything in that marriage and in that relationship into serious consideration. Communicate, and communicate is very important. Talk about everything, discuss everything. Don't work based on assumption. I hope I will make justice to this topic. See you some other time and stay tuned to Abraham Boson. Please do not forget to always turn on the notification button and press the subscribe button so you can get notified whenever I upload new videos.
Please also like and share our videos. Hope to see you soon.
Bye bye.